I've always dreamt of getting a job in the big city. After watching all the movies and TV shows, being in that fast-paced environment surrounded by tons of people going to work, drinking a gazillion coffees, earning an income, the whole shazam. And roughly 5 months ago, I got to do exactly that. And I couldn't think of a better time to have this experience than in my 20s. Rewind to earlier times when I was growing up. I would go to school or university, and that was pretty much my life, which meant I had a lot of free time. I'd usually finish early and sometimes a bit later, but generally I had time to spend with my friends, to do activities, and just have fun without any commitments. But coming up to 6 months of working in London, things have been alright. So far, I've actually enjoyed it a lot, and I actually like waking up in the mornings.
Actually, I lied. It's not the actual waking up part that I like. It's actually the mornings that I prefer because it's really quiet here. I don't know, it's very peaceful. Nature, trees, really fresh air, and I'm not gonna lie, it gets me going.
The mornings tend to be my favourite. The journey to work on the tube, getting a warm coffee, and just relaxing before the storm.
Yeah, I should probably stop buying coffees in the morning because financially it's probably not the best choice of mine. At the same time, I think I'm literally addicted to coffee. It's like, especially when you're working, such a culture where you literally have to buy coffee. It's just the thing. Basically, I'm gonna head into the office. Sunday mornings, it's not the easiest. Just gotta kickstart the week, have a good week, begin work, really, and that's pretty much it.
But there's also a problem. You see, ever since I started a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, I'd usually finish work, head to the train station, and get back home. But what's the catch? Well, it's just 4 simple letters. Time. When I go home, I only have a couple of hours before I then have to go to bed, and then the cycle continues. It really hit me that I don't have the flexibility with time that I once used to have. It's now become a lot more difficult to just spend time with your friends, have a bunch of hobbies, or just do some of the fun things that I used to do.
Guys, just finished work and I'm not gonna lie, it is pitch black. When it hits September, October, all of a sudden there's no sun. Started off as a day in the life working in London, but it might as well just be day in the night, considering how dark it is.
Now, viewing this from an outside perspective, and it only hit me that I have about 3 hours of spare time a day every single weekday. In your 20s, it's said that you should just go all out trying to achieve what's most important to you. This can mean anything really, whether it's mastering an instrument, hitting a PR, reading a book a week, working on that side hustle, anything that makes you tick. For me, it's creating content. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. It really is. But it's also possible. Sometimes it's very tough just to try and find energy after work, just to work on your hobbies and your interests. But eventually it will have a compounding effect over the long term. If it's something that you're truly passionate about, then staying consistent becomes a whole lot easier. Productivity is a term that's thrown around quite easily these days, but for me, it's a little bit of everything. From putting in the work, or spending time with friends and family, improving on your health, or even just chilling and not doing anything at all. Because burnout is a real thing. Being productive in all aspects of life will drive you to be more consistent. So what do I do now? Well, pretty much when I come back from work, I try to spend those few hours as efficiently as possible. I've always wanted to work in the big city, and I finally got my opportunity, which I'm enjoying a lot. But it did teach me that I have limited time, so I need to spend it wisely. I've never been much of a routine-based person. In fact, I actually hated timetables when I was younger. But I realized if you want to achieve something and go somewhere, it's important to have that structure in some form. A fear that I have is getting to a stage later on in life and looking back only to wish that I should have gone all out on the things that I'm passionate about. I genuinely believe if you have a burning desire, put the hours in and continually try to improve, you will start to see changes that you once thought were impossible. Use your 20s to your advantage to grow into the person you want to become.